Hey everybody! How are you doing today? I hope everyone is doing well. I am Azure Lane Tarot, and I love doing tarot, and I figured I'd start doing some videos. If you've come to this reading, I'm going to be uncovering what is keeping us stuck. Or if you're feeling stuck, we can explore some of that. What is feeling stuck? So we have 3 piles today. We have the question of why, the green adventurine, we have the never-ending story. That one looks interesting. And then we also have Happy Happy with the beautiful little sakura charm here. I don't know if I said the never-ending story with the lapis lazuli. I love lapis lazuli. Alright, let's get into it. Let's get some oracle cards going here. That's a lot. And see what your message is. Alright, we have the forest, arrows, and the unseen. So interesting. Let's get this. That card was jumping out at me. Arrows, the forest. Unseen. Taurus with cultivate, and you have the 4th house with home. Try and get as much space as I can in here for this reading. You have new moon in Cancer with you and your loved ones are safe. What is making you stuck? Thin. Okay, you have resin, and you have the Drowned King. And today I'm gonna go ahead and read these. Let's see if I can get that into view. Huh. What is making you feel stuck? Let me see. Arrows. I want to look at what these 2 are, because this is a new deck. Ah, okay. All right. So I'm not as familiar with this deck, but I did a little bit of. I went back and I looked at the book, and yeah. Okay. So this pile is being initiated and stuck into a new journey of love, because Eros is all about love. It's about like primal desire. Oh yeah, you have the Two of Cups in reverse. Right. So there's this initiation here into the forest, like a mysterious place. The forest is somewhere in which you're unfamiliar with, and you also have that with the unseen. And I'm wondering if there's something that has to do with the Drowned King. There's something with it's giving you're really lost, and you're maybe lost who you think you are. I mean, that would also make a lot of sense with the Y card. Like if you're coming to this reading, you're just like, what is going on? And I'm here to help decipher a little bit. So if you come to this card, this to me, pile number 1, you are lost. You've started some type of transformation on the road. And it's giving like desire, like a self-love, could be love within a relationship. We have the Two of Cups here, so that reminds me a little bit of, there's something to do with love. You have something with home. You and your loved ones are safe. So I'm wondering if something is, I feel like you're in the hole. And then what I mean by that is I think you started somewhere, but I'm not entirely sure that you've like known that you've like ended up there. Oh, what nice. You have the World. And there's some stuckness. And maybe you're feeling defeated. It feels the sad effort of like, it feels really sad. Maybe it's dark with the new moon. Like the new moon is like, that would be very dark at night in the forest, and maybe you've lost your way a little bit, and or you haven't, maybe you're not cultivating a broader perspective, or there's, yeah, you've lost your way a little bit of where do I go from here? How do I keep moving forward? There's a lot of themes of home, and the first immediate reaction that I'm getting is the home inside yourself, and like how to build that, right? Like Taurus is cultivating, Taurus is like stepping forward, is building the heart, like the hearth. So I think you're stuck with how do I proceed to move forward? And there's a couple of things that maybe you're not seeing here. The you and your loved ones are safe is really quite interesting to me, because that makes me get a sense of there's fear here, or there's some safety issue at hand. Maybe you don't feel safe in your body. I'll get a couple more cards to see if this is more of a physical place. Okay, I see a lot of people here. So I think this is more so of like an archetype within yourself, but I am gonna get a clarifying card just to make sure. So when we're talking about this 4th house home, is this talking about a structure, or is this talking about a person? Okay, so I think this is within yourself. It's definitely something to do with your mind and your passion. And this is certainly within yourself. Okay, thank you so much for the clarification. Oh, I also am getting like harshness, like a direct truth, something like that. But I do think maybe you're a little bit aware. Yeah, the 4 of Cups is all about usually something that you're not seeing. You know, you have the 1 cup, but you don't see, well, in this case, it's you're holding the 1 cup, but I'm not even sure that you're aware of the portal here. And you're on the other side of it. And there's more. There's pentacles, with cards, and crystals. Okay, got it. Right. So it's all about your mindset. I don't think, and I don't really see a lot of eyes. I see eyes closed. This is the only eye that's actually looking forward. And I think that there's something about maybe you're just not seeing this, or you're not in a perspective to even like allow a different perception. She's looking away here, like go. She's raising the hand in the same token, just, I don't know. I think maybe there's a refusal to see this, and there's sadness. You're just stuck or lost, that you're sad, that you're waving away something that's trying to come to you. Okay. It's funny, I see these long claws, the black claws. I don't know if that means anything. So I wonder if this is like a message of maybe like a loved one. Maybe they're masculine presenting. They are maybe an earth sign. This is the King of Pentacles. He is earthy. He is the King of Abundance. Yeah, so maybe this guy, this resembles a person, and maybe something about you and the relationship, and there's something off about it. The World is a completion card. So this tells me maybe you guys are complete or you guys are done, and that's something that you don't want to. Yeah, with Eros, there might be this movement with the hand. It's kind of like shoe. It's like whatever. I don't want to think about that. Like with the Ace of Swords in reverse. And I think that maybe this relationship is coming to a close. This definitely has something to do with the relationship. Maybe you feel stuck. Like you can't leave. Maybe like you can't leave. You and your loved ones are safe. And it might be talking about cultivating a new home, a new space. You can leave. That's what I'm getting. I'm gonna get some more cards out here. I want to get a little bit more detail on if this relationship and where you're feeling in this, or maybe even like if you leave, you'll be lost, and you're not seeing that there's like another added benefit to this. Like you're just feeling like, oh, you're just stuck. Okay. You have the Ten of Cups in reverse. I hope you can see that. Let's see if I can move that up a little bit. You have the Empress. I'm getting like are you shrinking to fit in this narrative? Okay. Oh yeah. I think that maybe in your heart, in your home, I think you're ignoring signs. Yes, okay. This is a relationship, and you're feeling stuck in a relationship, and this is certainly, I'm not even seeing another like interpretation for that at all. So if you're not in a relationship, or you don't feel piece of the relationship is or this doesn't resonate with you, then this is certainly not your deck. Feel your pile. Feel free to look at the other ones if it is, if it's not, but stay if this does resonate with you. Okay, so what I'm sensing is there's a relationship that you're going through that is coming to an end. And I think that you're struggling to come to terms with the fact that it is. And a part of you is shrinking. You're like meant for more. It almost has like the sakura flower. So, and I don't know what's going on in pile 3 yet, but if that resonates with you, maybe you need to check out pile 3, because these have the sakura leaves that was in the significator card. Yeah, I think that you're stuck because this like breakup might be really hard. or leaving your home, or like you're in this, like, it might be hard to leave, or you're just refusing to like come to terms with the fact that maybe this is coming to a close. I see that you have the Ten of Cups in reverse, and she's walking away, and this guy kind of looks like, so in this, the girl is leaving, and I feel like, yeah, the masculine is stay with me. I can provide for you. I have money. Maybe he's really wealthy, has a good job, is able to provide for you in a way. And that's something that might be keeping you staying. Like you might even have a nice home. You might have some abundance with it. And it's almost, if you were to leave, like, will you be safe? Will you, or maybe you have children in this scenario. And it's not emotionally fulfilled. So maybe he is able to provide for money, or this masculine figure, whoever is presenting as the masculine. When we talk about tarot, it can be, masculine energies can be present in females and male. Take this as it resonates. But in this Ten of Cups, I definitely see that, especially reversed, that's not emotionally fulfilling. And I think that you might be getting ideas that you are meant for more. And this was something that maybe you thought, especially as this is clarified by the King of Pentacles, you thought that this was the one, and that's really hard to accept. You thought that this was your happily ever after. And now you're coming to terms with the fact that this isn't real. Or this might not be working in the way that you thought it would. And that's hard to sit with. I think it's caused mental anguish. I think that's where the drowned king is. Sad. It's this part of life that you like so excited to explore, like just isn't turning out to be the way that you wanted it to be, or you thought it would be. But this is definitely, with the World card and the High Priestess, you're almost getting messages from like your guides of like, it's time to move on. It's not fulfilling you. It's not, this isn't what you signed up for. Know this in your heart of hearts. Like if you were to actually go and hear yourself talk or really listen to your intuition, you would be able to really know that this is not really meant for you much longer. And, you know, this might not fully end up in a heartbreak. That's something that I can get a couple of more clarifying cards on, because I think what this could also be talking about is the fact that maybe you're coming to terms with the fact that this king who's providing for you, or masculine figure, or the King of Pentacles, there's something about providing physical security, whether financial, he's got a good job, he's got a good house, money, land, and you're falling, and like this dream is falling short. And I think maybe you're coming to realization that the way that the relationship is right now isn't the way that you were hoping, or it's just not the way that you thought it would go, and you were meant for more. This female figure is the Empress. She's supposed to create. She's supposed to go. So I have a couple more questions about, you know, what this, you know, is this more of a like leaving situation, or is this more of like, I feel like you're meant for more and you don't want to cross the portal because this has been safe long enough. Yeah, like you have a home, it's safe. There's, I don't know if your like mind, Queen of Swords, is like made up on it, or you're just choosing not to see it. Let's get some more cards. Okay. It's unsure. It's like, should I stay? Should I go? Do I have any ships coming in? And you want stability. Whoa. Man. Pentacles in reverse. Like, it's just not working. I think if you took a hard look, it's like, there's this idea of you, like, will I get on my feet? Will I... The Three of Wands is like, where their ships are coming out. I think this guy just seems really uncertain, and it just, if you're standing at the doorway, not wanting to move, but needing security. I feel like maybe there's something of you're not working, and it's extra scary because that would mean you would have to start working. And you need the stability. That is a heavy energy. There's this wish. You want it to, with the Nine of Cups, it's this wish fulfillment. You want this to happen. Right. This is hard. So, with that energy, you haven't even made a decision yet. You're sitting in this, and now it's starting to come up on what you need to do. So let's get some cards. Yeah, and I almost feel like you're kind of like, why did this happen to me? Like, there's almost this air of innocence. I thought that I was gonna get my happily ever after. I thought I was gonna get my 1111. Why is this not showing up the way that it is? So let's get some cards on that. I want to ask some more cards. Is this situation that you should walk away from? Or, thank you very much. Or, is this a situation that can be different? Like if you were to work on yourself? Let's see. Oh, okay. You have Jupiter and Pisces with loss. Okay, and you have, sorry, that's not Jupiter. That's Saturn. That's Jupiter. Jupiter and Taurus with status, but it's reversed. It's just like the crown's coming off. Okay. Breathe. Time to go. Wow. That message couldn't be more clear. All right. Thank you so much, Spirit, for helping us out there. So, yeah. But this is a situation where at the end it's just a dead end. It doesn't seem, I mean, with loss and time to go, it couldn't be more clear. This is a situation that you do need to get out of. This is just not going to be able to, it doesn't seem you're going to be able to find a way to stay with him in this current relationship. Or this masculine figure. But breathe. If there's a part of you that's, okay, but this is where the unseen part comes in. You know, it's like, okay, so the answer is you do need to go. That was clear. Now let's talk about why, or I actually want to know what's waiting for you on the other side. Because I feel like there's these doorway, this home. I feel like you're going to lose this status, lose this home, lose the money. You're going to have to start over. But there's reasons for that. So let's ask for some more guidance and some cards. Okay, so what is on the other side? Why is this ending? What's on the other side? Why is this important to go? Okay. Thank you. Oh, okay. You have the empty room. You have the hunter. And you have the shaman. Yeah, okay. I feel like it's almost like you live in this like beautiful house maybe, or you have like all of these like things. Like I'm really picturing a house in this scenario. And then you have the things, but it's actually empty. I also feel there's, this is the card of, the empty room is where nothing and something begins. You're being placed in a box where you're not really able to grow, and you're actively being like sought out. Like, I don't want to say like as in like you're being hunted, but it's parts of your light is just being, I feel like it's, you're in the dark. I wonder if you're fear for safety, or you're feel like, oh, is he gonna find out? Is he gonna get me, or something like that? And leaving, and if you are, please go and get help if you are. This is just a reading for just S and Gs. This is, if you are in a serious unsafe situation, please go and immediately get help. This is just what the cards are showing me. I don't have any, this isn't me trying to, rarely do I ever really get this energy. Leaving will actually be, create the space for you to heal, for you to start healing again. This has put you in a fear mindset. There's a lot of fear that you and your loved ones are safe. So, I wonder, are you wondering how there's might be an energy of like, how am I gonna do this? Well, first of all, it's breathe. First of all, breathe. Take a second. You know, go to a safe place. And you don't have to tackle everything one at a time. There's a reason why Spirit is asking this. They want more from you. They want you, there's this other version. Yeah. Okay. So there is this opportunity for new love. Oh, thank you very much, Spirit, for that. Yeah. Okay. So I'm seeing there's, on this other side, being able to move on is actually being able to find a new love. You have a lot of Taurus energy of cultivating. There's something that's more abundant for you. I think that leaving this situation is something that's very dark and you're in the woods. After you leave the situation, like you're gonna see the hand in this card? Reaching for help, you know, it's like trying to, there's gonna be healing, and there's gonna be an opportunity for new love, new emotions. That are these, and then these are a reverse because this is the current energy of this is on pause. The new love is on pause until you decide to take the step into the new portal. The Knight of Swords in reverse is also saying this could move pretty quickly. The Swords, the Knight of Swords, so Knights always represent movement, and the Swords are the fastest. It's the mental energy. So this tells me there might be a very new energy about emotions. And you being in a better place emotionally and mentally, and more love and friends. I almost even feel with seduction and exaltation, I feel there's an opportunity for new love, and one that's even more abundant than what's going on. There's this fear mindset, or if I leave life, then I have to give up all of these nice things because they all belong to him. Believe in the impossible with the blue moon. Wow. You can do this. I believe in you. There is something better coming for you, and take time to breathe out. Wow. Yeah, this will be on a journey that will bring so much more happiness, so much more love into your life. So is there any advice? Can we get any type of advice on how this can be done with how this is going to go down, or any advice on how to go there, how to take the first step. All that glitters, and I might just read these. Exchanging gifts are reversed. Flexible in reverse, and place home in reverse. So here's some direct messages for you. Okay. Yeah. Sometimes we try to become something we're not to impress others. We embellish a story a bit, adding some dramatic elements to make us more appealing. The real person becomes hidden behind the sparkle and shine. Then there are times that we don't see the true value of someone because he or she may not have the glitz and the glamour that seem so desirable. Now is the time to look past the surface, beyond the mask, to the essence of a person. Who that person is and not what he or she can give you is important. See beyond the glitter and look for the inner glow. Use the eyes in your heart. Let go of artifice and let what is authentic shine. Wow. Yeah, this person definitely is not who... Yeah, definitely is rich or something like that. That's crazy. Okay. Be careful what you pray for because you just might get it, and then realize you don't want to face the hefty price tag that comes with it. You may find yourself in a situation you've always desired, but you will have to walk away from it or even fail at it because you can't or won't pay the dues it asks of you. If you want to be a famous musician, you have to practice your craft every day. If you want to be a millionaire, you have to be responsible for managing the money and paying the taxes. Even a windfall bears a cost. It's okay though, because Spirit will help you achieve balance over time. Another message here reminds you that being only the giver and not the receiver plays out in many relationships in your life, where you find yourself in victim mode, in a codependent dynamic, or holding on to a false sense of control. Others may push you to continue to prove yourself. The time has come to distance yourself from this imbalance. Being aware of the need for both give and take is the first step to your true destiny. Oh, thank you. It's funny. What's the first step? Here's the first step. Let me read that again. The first step is being aware of the need for both give and take is the first step of your true destiny. It's all good and getting better. Not only can you handle this, but you can flourish as a result of it. Wow. That's really powerful. Okay. When you or someone else becomes too rigid, you lose the access to growth and untapped potential. Oh, I love that. This is fun. You find yourself in an us versus them scenario. Loosen up, open up your mind and heart, and see if a more flexible approach feels better. Rigidity will set you up for a fight where there are only losers and no winners. Could you find a way to bring about a result that is mutually beneficial? Meet in the middle. Spirit makes a great mediator. And no place like home. There are times when what is familiar and known is not the best choice. Human beings are memory-driven creatures, and we all look for certainty. For what we know, even when qualities we seek in other people and in external conditions are expressed in unhealthy ways. Avoid being too eager to find home. Choose something unfamiliar and trust that you will find a new normal that supports your spirit. Remember, if you do what you did, you'll get what you got. Do the opposite of what feels right, even if it's uncomfortable, because what feels right is really what feels familiar, and you will attract and be drawn to the very things you don't want anymore. This time will not be different unless you do something different. Wow, pile number 1. That was really powerful. I wish you nothing but the best of luck in this endeavor. I know that this is not easy, but you are meant for more, and it's time for you to take the step. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye! Hi, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. If you chose this pile, you chose the Never-Ending Story with the lapis lazuli crystal. Well, welcome. Today, this reading is about where are you stuck and how can we get out of it? I can tell you based off of the first one. I think this is really interesting. Seems like you're frustrated. Maybe you looked in the mirror or something. That's kind of funny. I'm really curious to see what comes out. But this says, love me. Yes, no. It's like in the middle. Never-ending story. There's going to come a time where I'm going to read a little bit. So I wonder if we read from that. Alright, so let's get some cards out here. Let's go into this reading and see what is going on. Yeah. These. And that'll do. Start with your oracle cards. All right. So for the first one, we have entrance, ascendant. We have Cancer with immerse. You have full moon eclipse. Conclusions are within reach. And a new start is coming with a new moon. Wow. I wonder, you have full moon. Oh, and it's right now at the time of recording. I think it's a full moon right now. Let's double check that. Yeah, that's so funny. Yep, the full moon is today. And the new moon is in 14 days. Wow. So I think sometime within the next 2 weeks, you'll maybe come to some kind of conclusion. I'm really, like, you're entering into this right now. I feel like this might feel really heavy right now. You have the shadow. Wow. And you have the sword. So there's like a decision you need to make. There's something about a mental process, for sure. You have vision with the sun in Pisces. There's something rising. So I feel like there's something with and you're like a new vision. Like, yeah, you're seeing something new. Something is brewing. Ooh, and we have Jupiter in Scorpio with manipulation. I wonder, can we put this over here? Yeah. Okay. Okay. So there is something that you're entering that in order to get to conclusions, you're going to have to address a shadow and make the decision to address the shadow. It's like the light versus the dark here. Do you see, like, in this card? And I'm curious about, like, the manipulation, how that will show up. I think that might be something to do with the shadow, or you might be being manipulated into, like, not... Yeah, I'm curious to see how this manipulation shows up. The other thing that I'm getting for you off the bat, and this is something that I want to read a little bit more cards for, is with the Cancer and immerse, I feel like there's something about, like, feeling your feelings, going into your emotional body. Whoa. I think that's good. The Knight of Cups in reverse. Ace of Wands in reverse. Seven of Cups in reverse. The Empress. Let's see if I can move these here. With the Ace of Swords. Eight of Wands. The Nine of Swords. Four of Pentacles. Four more cards here. The Emperor in reversed. Three of Wands in reverse, the Sun in reverse, and Judgment in reverse. Okay. I'm really glad that we have this message here. Right. Okay, so this is all funny because this is really talking about the stuck energy. The Knight of Cups, and if you saw my last reading, or in the last pile, there was this also like this Knight reversal. And so it truly is, like talking about, so Knights are all about movement. When they're in reverse, there's some type of blockage to that movement. And here, okay, so this is actually kind of nice. Here, so the Nine of Swords is is this anxiety card. It's an anxiety card, but and so I feel like you have like felt anxious. You felt that. I think you're starting to release some type of anxiety here, or like you're starting to maybe look at it, and it might be like the Nine of Swords being in reverse. It's freeing yourself of that. Or maybe that's something that you need to do in order to like maybe change this energy so that the Knight of Cups becomes moving again, right? Because this whole story is about movement, of how do you get unstuck, right? And you're entering into that. There's some type of fear mindset, but I also think you're worried, like more so in the worry capacity rather than truly just scared. But there is some kind of connection there. Yeah, actually, you know what? This kind of is reminding me of like a scarcity mindset. The Four of Pentacles is like holding on to his coin. And I feel like something new, like the Ace of Wands is like this new type of passion, this new type of idea is wanting to be born and be like put into reality that's like might be coming through you at this time, or like little bits and pieces of this like sun is coming up, right? Like I think you're getting ideas of like what you could be. However, there's this mindset or idea of like scarcity or lack, like wanting to hold on to maybe the old, and maybe it's like you want to hold on to what's familiar. I see that. I feel like there might be like a door closing, or like this is like you're moving and it's hard to kind of, I feel like you're kind of going through this, but you don't want to go through the door. This has kind of been like a theme almost. With the Seven of Cups in reverse, it talks about like all of these different choices that you can have, and it's like these are all the things that you can have, and there's like, but like the thing that's coming to me now is like, well, there's only 7 of them, and you might be being like manipulated in this like way of like, these are your choices, these are only like what you can do, and maybe like the idea of that is very like, I don't want to do any of that, and I don't know how to like, you're also operating, it seems, out of, like, this scarcity, fear mentality. I don't know if, like, these are the options that I want, and I don't think I want to pick these, and it's actually, like, really destabilizing. Like, it's well, what else is there if there's none of these, like, 7, choices? And I think that might be, like, where the manipulation is. I think that might be where, like, the crux is you have, because you immediately have the Empress that's, like, doesn't want, like, that is, like, releasing this, like, okay, so it might come with, like, the realization or, like, the vision or this idea of, like, wherever you're feeling stuck and you think that, like, whatever you have these, like, perceived ideas of what's going on in your life, and you know that, like, you want to move forward, but you have a choice to make, right? You have the sword is, like, making a choice. There's more than these options, is what it's saying. Is like, you've been told a story that these are the only things that you can do, and you're supposed to, like, as this Empress, is, like, supposed to create your own cup. I also see, like, something about, like, there's a rabbit and a rabbit here. Like, I don't know. It's like, and the rabbit's out of the cup. Like, in a different, like, it's not like, it's kind of like, maybe they have these elements of this, right? And you just, like, you're like, but none of these are exactly like what you're hoping for. I think that there's ideas of these, and you might be getting stuck with that of, like, well, this is kind of what I want, this is kind of what I want. And really what it is you're supposed to create, like, take those little bits and pieces out of it and make what you want out of it. I said this in the last, because we also had the Empress in the last reading, and I thought that was really funny, because I'm looking at these little flowers in here. Oh, there you go. That look like sakura flowers. I don't know why that's not going, but, and the third and final one is called Happy Happy and Sakura Flowers. So I wonder if maybe, like, if you were drawn, like, maybe the Happy Happy is what happens after. This is kind of the idea, because we had the same thing in the first pile. So, yeah. The Three of Wands is funny. It's really, like, I think, like, the idea is release these preconceived notions of, like, this is how this is supposed to be, and open yourself up to the possibilities. Like, conclusions are within reach. A new start is coming. I feel like once you kind of, like, let go, I feel like you're gripping to this because there's some kind of fear, and it's keeping you in this never-ending story. Like, it's like it's repeating, it's going back and forth all the time, you know? And you have, like, and I feel like in this, like, new cycle with this, we're in the full moon, right? And I'm not even sure if it's an eclipse season. That would be even more, or maybe we are about to begin the eclipse season? I'd have to look that up. But, yeah, let me look that up. Late summer in August. Okay, takes place in August. It will feature a total solar eclipse and a partial lunar eclipse. So especially if this is this is a timeless reading, but we're about to come up on a full moon, like, eclipse here in the later August. So, and at the current time of this reading right now, it is currently a full moon. So there is something about either this cycle from full moon to new moon, which is in 14 days, or the one that's coming up in August, or whenever it's an eclipse season, and it's going to be highly, like, concentrated on this. But I think within the next 14 days, like, you'll be releasing, because that's kind of like what you do with the after the full moon is all about, like, now you've come to full fruition, and then you're releasing the old, and so that you can begin a new cycle. I think, yeah, the new start. Okay, so this is the part of you releasing. There's this work of, like, undoing this idea that you can only be in these boxes. You're grander than that. You are meant for more in that. That's kind of been a bigger reading, too. And you're gonna get this like idea that is actually, okay, that might right now, like if you're keeping this mindset, like the fear mindset, the idea that's actually the sun might actually give you fear of like, oh, I could never, or like that's too vulnerable. Oh, that would be really hard to do. You know, I want to do it, but I can't quite find a way to like do that. It just like, you know, with this current mindset, as long as you have these like anxiety about or like thoughts about that you're like in a scarcity mindset or lack, this idea requires you to like kind of address these ideas here so that the sun, I feel like, so the sun could be unblocked. This idea or something, maybe you even are like thinking about this already, or it's like in passive, but it's like something that I think would really like help you be creative and wants to be brought into the world, but is stopped. And actually it could be manifested quite quickly. Like it's like something that maybe you're really good at, and like just because you just think you can't is what's stopping you. Like because of judgment, like maybe because like your like inner critic is like, yeah, it's like a warped perception. Like you have a new vision that's like trying to come forward, but you have to make the decision, and it's actually coming out of, okay, yeah, this makes sense. This is coming from a shadow of yours. This is coming from, maybe you were told that you weren't enough. Maybe you were told that you can't live a life like this. Whose narrative is that? Did you actually think that? Or did somebody tell you that? I think you've internalized something. There's like a judgment. It's like self-critical. And then the first thing that is like, yeah, I almost feel like it's like, there's an image that's coming into my head of like, how do you like release this? And I see you like walking into the water. Like literally I see this figure right here, like walking into the water. So like maybe like taking a bath, cleansing, purifying, meditating, doing a salt bath, like immersing yourself, like water is a purifier. Those are just some initial like thoughts that might like help kind of keep this, help break up some stuff. I wonder if you have to cry. Or like this needs to get moved. I think actually it'll be quite easy once you can identify it, but you have to put your eye on it. It's like you have to go into the shadows and you got to bring light to it. Talk to it. Ideally in the next 14 days. Because I think it wants to happen, but it can't because of the way that you're judging yourself. Or the like a judgment in which you're talking to yourself about. Mm-hmm. Super interesting. Okay. So, these ideas. So, okay, so now I just kind of want to get into some, how do we, well, okay, so it's saying to break the judgment, and breaking that judgment will actually speed things along, and you'll be able to manifest this quite easily, because it's coming through you. It's something that's like your passion. Maybe like you're an artist, or it's like something that you want to do. Co-create. Okay. Higher power. Or leg up. Ah. Okay. So, okay, I wonder if this is happening in divine timing. If you are seeing this during the full moon, like today is the full moon, that's so funny. Okay, they're telling you that like this reading is, okay, so this is a guided reading. This reading is something that was meant to be told to you now in this time or like at the upcoming time to give you a leg up about what's going to happen during the next time that it is full moon through the new moon series. It's trying to give you this information because maybe that's the best time that you can manifest this. Or like that's the time of like when you'll be able to find your conclusions. You're divinely guided. It's asking you, yeah, that's so funny. I heard something about like, you're consuming too much. You're consuming. Like, I feel like it's like, you need to be creating. You need to be creating and create with me, with God, source, your spirit guides, your angels. We want to work with you. It's like the invitation that I'm getting. And we want you to get this. It's happening. Use the power. Use these messages as like something of like, we want to work with you. Okay. So I'm kind of curious, what kind of work is this like relating to? I'm just kind of nosy at this point. This will be different for everyone, but I am curious if there's like a specific thing it's like pointing to. Like you're meant to be doing something. The mother. Oh, this is so Cancer energy. The vision. You have owls. Owls like usually bring messages. The poet. Wow. Okay. So another piece of the guidance here is, okay, it's asking you to step out of scarcity and lack. It's asking you to, Spirit is saying you need to move forward with, it's like you're entering this space, right? Cancer, it's like, that is the mother symbol. You have the mother here. And I think that it's more so like, oh, and the pearl in there. The pearl is like something that was like irritated. Like the pearls rise out of something that's like irritated. Something that might be like been hard, but it's like you've grown into this thing and now you're really critical about it. Like this was born out of like little slights here, little slights there or something. And I think like the biggest message out of all of this is saying we are asking you to step into the nurturing, expansive mind that like, or you know, expansive like how mothers grow things, how like, you know, they grow a person in their body. It's like it's asking you to go into the mindset that you can grow this, nurture yourself, tend to yourself. I am almost saying like, go take a bath, go into water. And I feel like the second that you can start nurturing yourself and like telling yourself nice things, like if you had a kid or you know, for those of you who do have kids, it's like, what do you say to your children? How do you show them that you love them? How can you do that for yourself? That is the step. Changing this mindset, making the choice to be nurturing, tending to something that you can sustain, giving it the nutrients. And through that, you will be given a message. Like these owls are like, kind of like, or shown a vision of what you can do. And I almost wonder if like when I first saw this, the poet's like, so it's like, are you a writer? Do you write like online blogs? Do you talk about like your story? Like you have stories to say? There's definitely like something about your writing, your talking. You might even be literally the poet. And I almost like see this as like transforming your darkness into light. And like by being able to use that as your medium is like you're gonna be able to like move your grief, maybe move this energy. It's like not so dark anymore. Yeah, debilitated with discomfort in 4th house of home. but it was reversed in that. So I'm gonna take that as, I don't think that this is gonna be comfortable, because I think that whatever your like newfound sense of home, which once again is like the mother energy, because that's Cancer. That's Cancer energy. Maybe connecting to the Cancer energy, connecting to the moon, connecting to your cycle, might help. But this is not going to be really easy to do. I want to get a couple of little cards, and then maybe we can end this reading out. And I feel like both pile 1 and 2 should go to the third one, because it's happy. I don't even know if like this will be something stuck. I think that's like more of like what happens when you get through this time. And let's get that. Okay, you have Carrot with opportunity or windfall. You have the Sun with happiness and well-being. Purse, pay attention to your finances. And Spear, heartache over what you no longer have. Ooh. Maybe that's where the discomfort comes in. And it's also like the Four of Pentacles is like, I don't have money, or like, to get this started, there's like something with like money, or what you think is like needs to take it. And I think for some of you, like, that is a factor. I think for others of you, it's almost like, you know, co-create with me, talk to Spirit, like form a connection with Spirit, and like this is like another like illusion, and like of like, oh, I don't have enough money. And I think for some of you it's like, oh, I don't have enough money, and it's like, actually probably wouldn't take that much money more than you think, and you're like letting that be a limiting belief. And then for others, and take what resonates, it's like actually like some of you actually might go the complete other way and just try and ball out on all of this. And so it's like something of like, this is going to come from within, and it's not like, if you actually collaborate with Spirit or your guides or whoever, you're going to be able to find a way to get through this. So take that as it resonates. I don't think it'll be comfortable, but it'll certainly be worth it. Let's get any last little remarks here. Seven of Swords is like, yeah, it's like ending the deception, end the trickery, end the thought loops, and tune in. Stop whatever your mind's doing and tune in to the moon, to your inner knowing, to your intuition. Go like, and yeah, go down to the depths and go look at that. When did you become self-critical? When did you start having a judgment on yourself? Because the heartache of over what you no longer have is a part of that shadow. Ten of Wands reversed. Yeah, it's ending. It's ending. You're releasing your own, like, burdens. Oh, that's so beautiful. Well, pile number 2, thank you so much for being here. I was so blessed and lucky to be able to read for you. If you feel called, please go check out pile number 3. I think I'm just going to completely read it differently and see what's going to happen. Like, use the third pile as what happens after these hard times. So, anyway, if you like the channel, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye! Hello, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. Okay, there's a couple of notes here, because if you've come to this reading, you are coming here because of you've been stuck, and we're trying to figure out where that stuck is. Something that I kind of discovered along in pile 1 and pile 2 was they both got the Empress, and they both had this flower kind of pop up. So I started getting this feeling that maybe like happy is like something that happens right after the stuckness. So if you are coming to this pile, that's kind of how I was going to intuitively read it. So yeah, welcome. This kind of feels like after the stuckness, or this might be something more of like how to become more happy, you know? But let's get into the reading. Let's do some oracle cards here. So, put this in the tippy top corner. Okay. You have soulmates. And you have yang energy. Yeah, okay. Let's get some, what was that? Oh, yes, okay, so in the first time that I did this reading, the moon came out with perception, so that, and conjunction did. Alliance and soulmates. There might be some kind of soul contract going on. New relationship coming in. You have the empty room. I think this came out in pile 1. The other thing I'm getting is the sun and the moon. This kind of looks like a sun to me. Okay, I think these are all together, but I think these might need to come later. Yeah, empty room and the vision. This is something that we got in pile 1. I think. I have bad memory, but I definitely know it was in one of those 2 readings. Okay, I think I'm gonna just undo this. You have the mask, the sword, the shadow, and the mirror. All have light and dark, light and dark. It's a full moon. We got these cards that came out in previous piles. Let's do some tarot. I feel like this is a little bit of a different message than the first time I actually like, this is a little bit more nuanced. So the first thing that I'm kind of getting is the empty room is like the place where like nothing and something can become. So I feel like it's like the room of conception, you know, it feels like the womb energy. So, yeah. It's like creating something. Alright, let's see with your tarot cards. You have the Magician in reverse. Temperance. King of Pentacles in reverse, 3 of Wands in reverse, but in all 3 of these readings today, 7 of Swords in reverse. You have the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. Can you see that? Wow. Page of Wands in reverse. Lots of reversals. Page of Pentacles, Page of Wands, Page of Pentacles in reverse. Page of Cups. Okay, everybody's here. And Justice in reverse. I'm gonna leave these for a little bit later. So this is a little bit different. I think. Alright, so there's something going on where I almost feel like you're like in the laboratory, right? Like she's like mixing these, it feels like alchemy. Like, I don't know if you resonate with alchemy, like, you know, turning, you know, base lead into gold. I think you are maybe working. It seems like there's like you're trying to do some like actual work. And you have all the, whenever I see the magician in reverse, it's like you're in the lab. You have all the tools, but you're not using them. And I guess like the thing that just popped in my head was like, what's missing? And what's missing is generosity, balance, justice card, kind of like that makes sense that justice is over here because we have the scales. So, and Six of Pentacles is typically like a generosity card, just like being magnanimous. It's almost like you're maybe not giving to yourself, not like, or you're working on that, and maybe you're stuck. Huh. Interesting. So all of these, this card is, okay, so this is actually, I'm going to take this back. I don't think that this is about like what happened after being stuck. I mean, I do feel like there's some form of variations of like, maybe you were stuck the first time, you got free, and now like you're hitting another wall. Because this is telling me a story of just energies that are blocked and that maybe you need to work on and look at, especially now that we have the mirror, the shadow, the mask. It's like, but like in order to get the vision, like I'm just like seeing these like being together and like you gestating them, like creating them. And it seems like we have like 4 things at play, which is like this ego of mask of maybe like what you're wearing and how you're presenting outwards. We have a lot of different people in this card. I think actually there's a person, except for this bird person, like, I guess still person, you know, there's a person in every single card here. So this is telling me like maybe you're like camouflaging, maybe you're, or you have all these different sides of you that like are showing up physically, which I'll get into in a second. And these might be the shadow. There might be somebody who's like functioning as the mirror. So, like I think there's something about like maybe you being the mask, like 2, 3, 4. Sure. Okay. Wow. I was kind of like, who should I do, like, who is correlated to what? And they said, I was like, what about the mask? They're like, who's the one that's looking like a mask? I'll put this up a little bit closer. It's like, wow, okay, so there's that. Who's the sword? Mirror. Right. All right. Okay, let's do this systematically. So that's the mirror. That's the mask. Shadow. Shadow. Okay. Okay, so like base layer, there's still something here with like generosity or like maybe how much you're worth. You're struggling I just got like two of these. All right, so either you're not understanding your worth enough, and I see with the scales now. Got it. So some of you, it's your worth is like you don't like think of your like worth as enough. So like, or like there's something about you not like giving and receiving. There's something about like you don't want to like give, or like maybe you don't think you're worth it, or something like. There's something in that realm. Or not even deserving of like maybe money being thrown to you was kind of the vibe. And then on the other hand, which is kind of like the sword that's really funny. So that's one. Or it's like you're giving too much to, like you're almost being greedy. Or like hoarding. It's like you're on one side, or like here's like the scales. And so, or you might even alternate between like not having enough money or having too much money, like, oh, I can't spend on that, like, or something like that. And then, oh, I spent way too much on that. You know, there's something that's like out of balance here. And it's coming from like a personal, it's like actually messing with you. Like, it's like maybe the perception is like this like wave of intuition, like that's kind of funny, that looks like the wave, like, or a wave of messages is hurting the work. Yeah, like I would say here you need to like, or there's a version of you, like your higher self like knows that you can be this steady, like know how to deal with money. Like there is this like, you are very you're meant to be good with money, but this like problem is stopping that right now. I see you working on yourself. So I think like there's some level of awareness here, but you're stuck in the shadow. There's something about the shadow. And it might have been okay. You're trying to... Alright, so I think that you've tried to do some shadow work. However, I'm not sure if you've gotten really far with this. So there's a couple of different things that are going on. So I'm not sure, they'll probably relate together, but like it feels like this is commenting on like, this is like one thing you need to work on. Here's another thing you need to work on. Like there's 4 of them. So with this one, it's like you're trying, but you're stuck at making any movement, or like really not, making much progress there. And that has something to do, that is your shadow. Like you're not bringing, like you have light here, but you haven't found that yet. I also see you like with this like spewing fire. That's kind of funny. Maybe you can like use your friends or use therapy to address that. Okay. The King of Pentacles is saying, like, I want to be expressed, but I'm not, because it's almost like calling you out. Like the thing I'm hearing in my head is like, cause like you're still like, you're not like learning the lesson, like, or like, it's almost like you're not like doing it like physically, like you're not practicing, or maybe not like painting if you're an artist, for example, or like you're not doing the work. Like you're still a novice in this. And maybe like you're expecting like it all, like energy. There's something with the mask, yeah. Like I feel like, and when we're working with shadows, it's kind of like the dark, like I feel like it's like the edge of like, I almost get like a sense of like there might be like I've done enough work, you know, why am I not progressing? I don't know if that's like the move, but it's kind of like it's pages are childish. They're the younger of the suits. And I almost feel like this is you, like your highest self, like wanting to be expressed. But it's like, I don't even know if like you're taking the physical, like it's something to do with like what you practice, your routines, like how you go about like responsibility and like sustaining a lifestyle. And you can do it really well. Like the King of Pentacles knows how to create abundance, and that's through like discipline and you know, structure and love too. But yeah, there's something about like you're not even building routines or structure. Like you need to build the structure of, yeah, like there's something about like you're not building a cycle of routines that don't serve you. Yeah. So that is the, maybe that's the sword actually. Or it could be the mirror because they're the same person, one's just older. No, it's not. It's certainly the sword. It's saying that this is a decision you need to make. You need to actively make this decision. So, like, you need to go into the shadows. It's saying you need to make this decision. Like the sword, like, you have to make up your mind and push forward. Change your perspective. Be more grateful. And then we come to the Three of Wands. Which I feel like in the last couple of readings, I just kind of feel connected to it as like, I see this as a portal. I feel like now, like without the hesitancy, like if it was upright, it's like I think like you're able to be like, okay, I think that I'm getting closer to go into the portal. And the portal means to me like your next, like you're quantum jumping or something. Like you're going into the next realm or your higher life. And it still needs something from the Page of Cups. So it's like, it's almost giving like inner child, something emotional like that you haven't quite, like it's like, that might still be childish. Like you have a lot of pages here. It seems like there's like like development or like, I don't know, I don't want to sound like mean, but it's like, it's almost like maybe you didn't learn how to do conflict. And so like, and you still do conflict like how you did when you were 15, you know? It's like, maybe you aren't like going about things in a mature way that is like keeping you, and the immaturity is like, it's like the ego, it's like feeding the ego. At the same time, you're not like able to be your full brightest self. Like this person is a magician. This person is temperance. I mean, like knows what they're doing, knows how to do the work. King of Pentacles, it knows how to have abundance. Like these are higher ranking, like I see that. But it's shadowed by and overcasted by these choices. So this is saying like, I almost feel like it's like, poor me, internalized. Like, how dare, especially it's like close to perception. Yeah, I feel like that is, why is nothing happening for me? And that's because that's not the right perspective. Maybe that's the mirror. Because whatever you say outwards, you know, poor me is like, I don't know, I feel like there's something of like people talk to you, like, and they also say poor me. So it's like, you're maybe like around people who are in like the victim mode. And it's asking you to like, I almost feel like this is like saying like, please go to therapy. Like, please get professional help. Not, I don't know, this is kind of this is just what's coming to my mind. It's off the dome. So, not like, I just feel like there's like a CBT or like somebody that you might be able to talk to that's gonna give good advice, like a therapist, to help you like clear these deceptions and like thoughts. I think like there's something that's keeping you back, and like it's gonna take a choice. It's gonna take practicing. It's gonna take maybe going to therapy, like for you to feel like fair, or I almost just feel like for you to be in a better judgment. It's not even being fair. It's like right now I'm not entirely sure if you are making a good judgment with the information you have. And then you're like, it's yang. Like, it's like, but I feel like it's like immature yang. And maybe this is like something to do with the relationship. I'm very curious to see a little bit more information on the soulmates. I mean, I see alliance, so I could, like, teaming up, like maybe you use them as therapist. But yeah. So I have these cards here. I've had them for a little while. I kind of want to, like, see some more information here, so I'm going to keep going. The Devil. Oh, clarified by the Fool in reverse. And the Knight of Swords. Right. Okay. All of these things represent attachments. These are structures that are trying to remain in the cycle. They want to stay, and they stay by making you not see. The only way you can see is by a mirror, and somebody's reflecting back to you. That, like, no one could tell you that this is your perception and your perception's wrong. You could only know by watching somebody else do that and be like, whoa, that is kind of effed up, man. Like, that's not cool. I think in that's like, you'll like, that will kind of like take off flip the mask off, or like, it'll like lead to this progression of, I have this shadow, you're mirroring it to me, so maybe that's what it is with soulmates. Like, maybe you have a written contract about, like, maybe your soulmate is a mirror to you that helps you see the shadows. Like, that almost even looks like two to me. Like, you know, and we have soulmates here. So I feel like this, it might even start with this person is mirroring the shadows to you. That ultimately leads you to need to make a decision on how to act. Like, just to change something. Because if you don't change, you know, nothing changes if nothing changes. You'll end up exactly where you were. So you need to make a decision to do something different so you don't get what you got. And in that, I think it will empower you on a new journey to be your highest self, to be a more authentic and genuine version of yourself. Yeah. And this can move very quickly. I also think it's happening for you. Like, maybe an urgency of like, this is getting bad, or like something like that. Like the fire, like you're getting burnt by something. So it's like kind of coming at you, and it's like, all right, hey, if you pay attention, like, you can actually like get a hold of this, and you can move it, transmute it pretty quickly. So, all right, starts with the decision. Is there any more like information that we can get for like what's maybe needed on this journey? Oh, that's the moon. Okay, that tells me, hold on, 8 of Swords, got it. The Lovers in reverse. Strength. The moon. The sun. You don't have the sun, but I'm looking at the sun. Like, there's this, you're the moon to my sun. Like, you're the sun to my moon. I don't know. That seems like that's something like maybe with your significant other. Okay. So, it's not going to be incredibly specific. This is, you know, it's general reading. So, part of that is, I think it's going to be individualized. But here is kind of the grander scale of what can happen. So you have this like sense of like inwardness. And this theme has like been, we're in Cancer season right now, and it's the full moon right now. We've had this moon energy. It seems like it's very much like mother energy, nurturing. That's Cancer. It's like you got to go within and tend to yourself. And there's like secrets that you can find, especially with the Page of Wands. Like I feel like that's like going into the shadows and finding that. And love is what it takes. You also have to choose to unmask yourself. That's crazy. Like the Eight of Swords reverses the voluntarily taking the blind off. It's taking, you can't become blind anymore. And the Lover's card, you know, we all say this, it's choice, like the actual thing, and it's love related, so it does require love. I think this is one for yourself. I'm going to take that as that's what the reversal means. It takes a lot. It says like that courage. The Strength card, yeah. The courage to love yourself deeply. That's what this requires. That's how you can break all of this, because you have to have the courage, you have to have the fire, the spirit to go down there, to go see, to act. It's time to go within and make a choice to love yourself. Because you can't love anyone else or be really a good partner or really feel the other side of what these like energies work. Get a different perception, if you will. If you don't have the courage to see what's on the other side. And I think you'll find happiness there. So that kind of tells me is there's something about like self-care. Very much so, you need to take care of yourself. What does self-love mean to you? How can you give that to yourself? It's like witchy vibes. So like maybe like you do like divination, or all right, go do that and practice it and embody it. Go down and meditate. For some of you, if you think your partner is like, or therapist, you know, once again, it's like go to therapy. Or if you have really good support from your partner, talk to them. Maybe they can be used as a good mirror. That's for some of you. But the real choice at the end of the day, none of that really matters unless you don't like choose to open the eye. That's like you're the one that has the power to make the decision today. You can make it now. What is one way that you can show yourself love and then do it like that once a day is definitely the energy. Yeah. So I guess the only other thing that I want to know is there any guidance? Anything to be aware of during this time? From your guides? There's so many. Okay, do that one. Whoa, expect powerful change, new moon and eclipse. We are right around the eclipse, you know, I think right at this time of recording it's about a month away. An end to a tough cycle approaches. I do feel like this is the final boss energy, like of this big, like it seems like it's pretty heavy, you know? Expect powerful change is insane. I feel like you're gonna become really conscious. Chop wood, work, the fates. I just read this. The fates were talking about, in the reading, they say something to the effect of, don't you think that this is like all happening as it should, the way it should, in the right timing that it's happening in? Like, it has to get this bad. It had to do this so that you could see, there was nothing else that would get you to see. But none of this works if you don't chop wood, if you don't actually, you're on the precipice of something really powerful. And this is happening for you in incredible divine timing here. It's actually kind of insane. Maybe they'll get a little bit of energies that here from the archetypes that maybe you can help embody. Kairos. Kairos is the god. It's not the god, but it's the other guy. It's the other god, I suppose. From it's not Kronos. It's Kairos. Kairos is the thing of things happen. Yeah, the way that it's supposed to happen. It's not like this isn't time dependent in the world that we live. It depends on your willingness to do this, and also this is happening like soul contracty, which also kind of gives justice. And you have to like attack it. It's like you have to choose to make the step. You have to go and get it. Okay. Any final message here? Wow. Confidence is the key to your success. New moon in Leo. Wow. Yeah. I feel like this is happening for you, like all in the exact time that it needs to. We're getting close to the final end so that you can go on a new journey, one that is more fruitful, more content, more whole of a person, more authentic of a person too. It's like a cleansing. I think water will help you. It's like tapping into the Cancer, like take a bath, go to the beach, go in water, it's summertime. That might help. But you have to do the thing. Yeah. Well, pile number 3, this was such an unexpected reading. I thought that this was gonna be the same from the first time I tried to record this, but obviously there was a reason why I didn't. So, yeah. I hope that you enjoyed your reading, and thanks so much. I will catch you in the next one. See you later.